Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is oXevo. In today's video, I am here to do an updated version of my top 10 support ninjas in Ninja Voltage, and this has been a very fun video to make. I've done a little bit more like aesthetically pleasing editing. I've done some cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, this has been very highly requested. And before we get started, can I please get a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel? I'd really appreciate that. And also hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload a video. And yeah, I just want to say a few things that I will summon on Rin probably tomorrow. I'm really hoping I can, because y'all, she's absolutely broken. You guys probably seen all the videos, but I don't care. I still want to summon, but that's not really the point of this. We're here to do the best support units in the game. So let's just hop right into the list, because there's a few, there's a lot of characters to talk about here. So yeah, let's just get started. And on the first one on the list, we have Karin, and Karin is a very basic healer. She doesn't even have an ultimate, but she does introduce something a little bit different for the entire team. So she can heal, and she also has a perfume spray which can randomly do defense down, or like it decreases attack and things like that. But one thing that makes her really special is that she can increase the speed of everyone on the same floor, which is very unique. The only other unit who can do that is Shisui. But yeah, overall, Karin is okay. She heals a decent amount, but really the only thing is she doesn't have an ultimate, and yeah, that's really about it for her. So for this video, I decided to put in between units for a few of them, and at 9.5 we have Shizune, because I didn't know where exactly to put her, and Shizune does deserve a spot on this list. But basically, she's very similar to Karin in terms of her healing, and she has a poison, and she can also paralyze enemies. But what makes her really special is her ultimate, which when she activates it, you have 40 seconds, and in that time you cannot be hit by any debuff, regardless. They can be damage over time, defense down, paralyzation, whatever. You cannot be hit by it during that time. However, the only reason she gets a lower rank is because her ultimate is only attainable through Sam, so you cannot pull it into Tinkerbell, or you can't even summon on it. So yeah, that basically gives her lower point than the rest. And at number 9 we have Wandering Ninja Sasuke, and Wandering Ninja Sasuke is a great support unit, but the thing is, I don't own his rekit, so I do not have his paralyzation shuriken, which actually means a lot. He can paralyze enemies now, which is just awesome. But anyways, point being said, what makes him really good is his defense down, his paralyzation, and his almighty push, which is all, it just works out great together. And his ultimate is also really good. It hits the entire, well, it swipes through the room, but either way, it's pretty good. He's a great unit. And at number 8 we have Itachi version 2, and what he can do now, aside from defense down, he also has this new jutsu that's RNG, but it can decrease movement, it can seal the enemy, and I believe do damage over time and things like that. But overall, what makes him really good aside from that is also his defense down, because he has the best defense down in the game. You can do the most damage when he uses it. However, the things about him is that, you know, he can seal, he can do damage over time now, he can defense down, and his ultimates are decent. But you know, overall, there's just like, there are better units instead of him, even though his defense down is the best. And at number 7 we have Madara, and Madara can be very useful depending on what kit you have equipped on him. So I like to have him mixed up. There's different ways to equip him. He can do damage over time, he can do defense down or slow movement, he has many iframes. It just depends what you want for him. So once again, it really depends. I like to have him all have iframes for all of his jutsus. I like to use his the guitar, I don't know what else to call him, the guitar, but I like to have that, and also his new 4-star to Susanoo and the old 3-star Susanoo, because they all have iframes and they can all dodge everything. And what makes him really good to me is that he can really survive. When he gets blown away to a different room, I hope the best he will survive. He most likely will survive, because all of his jutsus have an iframe. And yeah, it just works out really well. And when it comes to the ultimates, both are good. I prefer the newer one now, because it is a shorter cooldown time. However, both really do work out, but if you really want to be more time saving, you want to use the newer one. So yeah, point being said, Madara is great. I believe I did mention he can do defense down. He does, but it is RNG with that guitar move right there. And yeah, it's just very so-and-so, but through and through, he's just a great support unit. And at number 6.5, we have Hashirama, and Hashirama is a very good support unit as well. He can do things that no one else can do. What he can do with his 3-star is he can increase the defense of every single element in the game. That's just ridiculous. It really does help a lot when it comes to surviving things. And one thing that I really love him for is that his 4-star, the Dragon Seal, is that his 4-star? Yeah, point being said is that it's the longest seal in the game for 11 seconds. You know how much time that gives you to kill an enemy? A lot, especially if you use like Shisui or even Rin now or Hokage Naruto. You'll be able to kill anyone within 11 seconds. So yeah, Hashirama is amazing. And if you have his ultimate, when he activates the ultimate at a max level, you get increased damage to all elements, which is just ridiculous as well. So yeah, Hashirama definitely deserves a spot on this list. I think he's amazing. And yeah, he can also heal himself, but he cannot heal any other person, which is the reason why he's lower down the rank in terms of overall performance for the team. And at number 6, we have Shikamaru. And Shikamaru, and nowadays, he's not really talked about. In my opinion, he's still such a great support unit, even though there are better ones than him now. Back in the day, he was like one of the best. Like, everyone wanted him. And honestly, he's still great. His ultimate is his bread and butter. Like, that's the main thing for him. When he activates the ultimate, you get increased stats for every buff out there except for speed. But point being said, you just deal so much more damage when he activates the ultimate. That is just worth it. And other things he can do now with his Rike is his other ultimate has a damage over time and seal, kind of like Deidara's, but also seals the enemy. But I wouldn't recommend that in terms of support. I'd rather use the first ultimate. But yeah, other than that, he can also do defense down now, and he also paralyzes enemies, which both are just great things, you know, like that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not sure exactly how long the paralyzation lasts, but it does last a pretty good amount. I mean, he is a good unit. And the defense down, the thing about that is that the little parachutes don't always hit the enemy, which can cause a little bit of trouble. So I mean, through and through, he is good, but he does have a few issues with him. And at number 5, we have Sakura, and Sakura is still a good support unit because her heal, I believe it's the fastest in the game. However, she doesn't cure debuffs unlike some other units. But yeah, anyways, what Sakura can do is that she has defense down, and she can also increase the attack of allies on the same floor. She can also do increased crit if you really want to. It depends what you have equipped. But actually, her defense down, I believe, is the same exact as Itachi's in terms of how much you can deal after it's been done. So yeah, Sakura is really, really good in my opinion. Her heal is still good. She's very, very fast. I love her ultimate because it's very, very fast as well. You guys will see that a little bit later down on the video. But yeah, Sakura is great, but she is also limited nowadays because she cannot cure. And here is a little clip of her ultimate. It's just really, really great. It deals a lot of damage. So yeah, Sakura is still good. At number 4, we have EMS Sasuke. And EMS Sasuke is personally my favorite defense down unit because I don't know what's about him, but I just love his kit so much. All of his jutsus has range to it, and you can use him up close as well, of course. But he's just so good. It's nothing unique. It's nothing that we haven't seen before in terms of what type of abilities he can do. It's just the way it works together. He's so hard to hit because of his iframes and the arrow and his damage over time and his defense out. They all just work beautifully together, and his cooldown times for each jutsu is actually pretty short, and he deals so good damage. I just love it. His defense is also great being a yellow unit. However, it isn't as high as some other defense units such as Hokage Naruto and things like that, but he's still really, really good. And of course, the ultimate is pretty self-explanatory. And also, speaking of the iframes, you guys just saw that the enemy Sasuke used his ultimate, and my Sasuke was able to dodge it. So yeah, he has really good iframes. But now onto his actual ultimate. I love it. It's one of my favorites in the entire game. It's very similar to KLM Naruto's. However, the animation isn't as long, but the damage is pretty similar in terms of like how much hits it has. So yeah, he's just really, really good. And down to the top 3, number 3 is Tsunade, and the reason why I love Tsunade so much is because she is the first unit to have a jutsu, not an ultimate, that's able to cure your allies. And why is that so good? Well, it just is because it also heals over time. And not only that, but regardless of how much times you get hit, she can use it because the cooldown time is only 3 seconds, and it's just really, really good. I love her. She was my favorite support unit for a while until some other ones popped up, and you know, she's just overall great. She can also do decreased elemental resistance to enemies only to the nature of release. However, there is a very big downside of that jutsu. When she uses it, she does defense down on herself. I never understood that, but that's just how it works. And yeah, I just really, really don't understand. I never got why I did that. I was really mad actually when Bandai did that, but Tsunade is great. You can also equip her a little bit differently. She does have a regular heal, which heals for, I believe, 3,700, which is the biggest in the game still. And yeah, that just makes her really, really good. And I'm going to talk about her ultimates a little bit. Her first one, what it does is that it heals her to the max and makes her invincible for a set amount of time, but I don't prefer that for support. I like her other ultimate better because it's just so strong. It kills people left and right. So yeah, she's just great. And at number 2, we have Rin. But the thing is, I still didn't know to put her at number 2 or at number 1 because she's just that good. She's a very, very new unit. She just came out a few days ago, and y'all, she is absolutely broken. She's SS tier and basically almost everything. And also a quick shout out to my boy Guru Plays. You guys probably know him. He makes NXP videos as well. He's the one who made this video for me. I asked him to screen record, so thank you guys so much for him. And also, I'm gonna give him a quick shout out, so definitely go check out his channel. But on to Rin. What she can do is she can activate traps with her log jutsu. She can also kill enemies very fast with her kunai, and she has a unique heal because what it does is that it heals over time and it heals a big amount, but it also recovers chakra. Hallelujah, we have a solution for Shisui's CP problem. Thank God Bandai listened to us. But yeah, that's just really good. And I love her ultimate too because what it does when you're in the same room with her and she uses it, it decreases your cooldown time for each jutsu, which is just also really, really good. So they made her absolutely broken, guys. But I still didn't know if I should put her at number 2 or number 1. I haven't tried her out myself, so I can't really say. And now we're on to number 1, and number 1 has to go to Kale and Naruto for me right now. I don't know if it's Rin or him just yet, so argue it definitely down below. I want to hear your guys' opinions, but to me right now, Kale and Naruto is number 1 for one reason only. His heal is the best in the game, meaning that it cures you, it heals you, and it also makes you invincible to everything for 3 seconds. However, it is a little risky, meaning that you can dodge everything with it, even ultimates, but there's a little bit delay during the time when Naruto casts it and we receive it. So don't always rely on it. However, it is still so useful. I trust my Naruto so much in terms of everything else that, look, I am allowing him to take care of everything. I'm not even doing anything. And look, I am not dying. I am not dying because I get invincible frames and everything like that. So yeah, he's just really good. Other things he can do very similar to Tsunade is that he can decrease release resistance to the enemy, which is pairing really good with my Hokage Naruto because he's my main at the moment. And yeah, Hokage Naruto's Shadow Clone Jutsu is release nature. So yeah, it just pairs really, really well. And other things he can do is that his Kurama Head Bite, what it does is that when he uses it, it recovers CP for himself, but that doesn't matter for support, but I just decide to say anyways. And he can also increase his own attack and his own defense, which is great. And his ultimate, guys, his ultimate is my favorite in the game. It has such a long animation. It is so strong. It lasts for so long. And also it's multi-hit full room, period, point blank. All right, so what did you guys think about the list? What did you guys agree on? What did you guys didn't agree on? See, the thing is that I really didn't know where exactly to place the Shinobi because a lot of them had so much similarities and not that much differences, except for the top 5. They're fairly a little bit different than everyone else, but yeah, the rest I was still a little bit confused where to exactly put them. But I hope you guys liked the way I ranked them. I hope you guys think I did a good job. If I did, please hit a big thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Also, let me know down below in the comments who is your top 10. I'd also love to know that as well. And yeah, also I want to know what you guys think. Who's number 1? Is it Rin or Kale and Naruto? I really don't know. I mean, they're both so good and they both complement each other really well. It's just I really don't know. I haven't tried out Rin personally myself, so that could be why I put Kale and Naruto at number 1. But I want to know what you guys think down below. Definitely let me know down below. If you have written, let me know why, etc, etc. I'd love to know that. And yeah, I think that was it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit a big thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Also hit the subscribe button. Also, you know, comment down below whatever you guys think about this video. And yeah, let's just leave it off like that. I will see you guys on my rinse summoning. Hopefully I get to do it. But yeah, I'll see you guys there or in my next video. So yeah, let's just leave it at that, guys. See you all in the next one. oXevo is out.